Hello and welcome to our ACCE Learning Network Hangout. This is Series 4, Episode 22 for 2014. Hi Amanda.
Hey Roland.
It's a place we can connect to the network of our PLN.
And as usual, if you're watching us live, you can post a question to their panel by going to todaysmeet.com/ACCELN, and on Twitter you can use the hashtag ACCELN as well.
I'm Roland Gesthuizen, high school teacher, e-learning leader in Victoria, Australia. I'm also the State Council of the DLTV, and I'm counting down to the holidays and ACEC2014 and a scout camp we're running next week in the Grampians. I'll be the bus driver, leading a troop of 22 scouts and 2 leaders along the Grampians and down through the Victorian Volcano District and along the Great Ocean Road. And that'll be part of my journey to ACEC 2014.
That sounds awesome. Will the scouts be singing "Hail to the bus driver, bus driver, bus driver"? I just decided I'm going to sing randomly in this hangout to win the competition for the most.
Ging gang gula 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 gotcha. How's it going, Jason?
It's been a long, long time.
Anyway, I'll throw to Amanda. Go.
I'm Amanda Rablin, an e-learning coordinator in Brisbane, proud QSite member, and also really looking forward to my travels to ACEC. I will be catching a plane with a toddler, hopefully not nearly as eventful as driving a bus there. Now we have some lovely guests with us this evening for a bit of a free form / a little bit sung, maybe, I don't know, hangout this evening. And we'll get them to introduce themselves in reverse alphabetical order by first name, just to, you know, mess with our schema. So, Tina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Tina Fotakis and I'm the Vice President of EdTech SA, plus I teach Year 3s at Carindale Primary School, and I'm also the Deputy Chair of ACEC 2014, and I wear a couple of other hats, so I'm really happy to be here tonight, and thanks for inviting me.
So lovely to have you with us, especially since it's just crazy stations getting everything organised for ACEC, but I'm sure you're super excited and that adrenaline will last right through the whole event.
Yes.
And the lovely Jason Zagami, sorry, Dr. Jason Zagami.
I'm Jason, and I'm an academic at Griffith University on the Gold Coast, and also president of the ACCE, which is the organising body that helps host the conference.
Yay! And the reason behind some of these awesome hangouts, but I don't know if you want to take credit for us. And I know Al is having some internet connection issues this evening, but if you wanted to just pop on your video and say hello, you can. But if you don't, that's okay too. Hello, lovely to see you.
Hi, thank you. I'll just watch.
Okay, that's cool. Al will be someone you can most likely meet in real life at the meetup section of the ACEC 2014 as well. Looking forward to seeing you in real life too. Again, it's been too long. Now, I'm counting down.
I'm counting down too. In fact, I'm counting up.
No, you're counting
and
up.
I'm counting back to the 10. Oh, look, it's all relative, Amanda, because you can count down because in Queensland, but in Victoria we're counting up because we're sort of coming from the bottom end here. It's all relative.
And we'll meet in the middle?
We will. And the middle is going to be Adelaide.
Yay! Awesome.
And you're very musical, aren't you?
I try. I've got rhythm.
I've got marking. I've got tons of marking. You see the songs of praise that the students will sing when I hand it back. Not.
I tried to get you randomly singing there, but it didn't work. And I forgot in my little brief mention of Al, I brought along a pink ukulele for this evening's hangout, but I won't be playing it because I've injured my wrist and I can't actually strum and do stuff. So here you go. our musical interludes for today. But maybe we should get a bit more serious. So we have the lovely Tina, who is one of the great organisers of many of the social aspects to ACEC 2014. Do you want to give us an update on some of the exciting adventures we can expect from the conference?
Sure, there's quite a few things that are going to hit social media starting tonight as soon as I leave the Hangout. We've met, I mean, I say that with all niceness because I love the Hangouts, obviously. We've managed to secure a karaoke evening for those people. There's the President's Dinner, the ACCE President's Dinner, which is part of the proceedings, but on the same night there's a karaoke evening at Le Sing, which is a lovely karaoke kind of cafe. It's not just a bar, there's food there as well, where people can get started with some of the committee, and anyone who's going to the conference and their partners can come along. There's no entry fee, it's just pay as you go, whatever it is that you decide to have. And then a lot of us will be coming, hot-footing it down North Terrace from the President's Dinner to join you. So that's looking to be a bit exciting because everyone was asking about karaoke. I thought they were joking, but they were quite serious. So I expect all of us to be going down there as well, and if we get enough people, we'll have the whole place to ourselves, and I think that might be happening. So that'll be exciting.
We'll have the whole place to ourselves.
Oh, great!
So we get enough people there.
Yes. Yes.
Are you allowing 3-year-olds dressed in Elsa costumes that may sing songs from Frozen?
Sure. Is she going to be up that late?
I don't know. What time is it?
Well, it's 8 o'clock. It's an evening thing, and plus.
See, remember, Amanda, you could actually keep living in Queensland time, isn't it? You're about how many minutes?
No, we're half an hour.
I always get that.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Yeah, it'll be 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. What about an overtired 3-year-old in Elsa dressing?
Truly, it's fine. They sell alcohol, but I've had my kids there as well, and they just have soft drinks. It's really nice. Like it's got character, and it's one of the highlights. I mean, apart from the busyness of the day, obviously. And so that's the karaoke, and we'd love to hear requests. So once we get the same hashtag ACEC2014, once we start the ball rolling, unless someone wants to tweet it out now, just start naming your requests.
Oh, that sounds like fun. We'll have to come up with some during the Hangout as well. So how did you even get this idea? You mentioned that people were asking about a karaoke event for the conference, but who started that? Why? It's awesome. Why?
I must say that one of my, well, not the first ISTE I went to, but a couple of ISTEs ago, everyone was saying, oh, you're going to the karaoke on whatever night it was, and you had to get these special huge tickets, and it was all a big thing. And I ended up going last year with Sue Waters, and we were blinging badges. It was hilarious. But there were thousands, like obviously ISTE's a bigger conference. Teachers love to sing and dance on stage. It was just massive, and we must have all talked about it. And I said to one of the committee members, people are sort of asking about it, and he said, okay, well, I'll help out, we'll get it going. So Andy's going to be the host until we can all get down there. And it's like teachers love to dance and sing, did you know? Like any conference you go to, and I'm speaking to a singer, and Roland and Jason and Al, everyone's musical, aren't we?
We try.
It was cool.
Not everyone would agree.
I'm so hip at these sort of events, I've got trouble looking over my pelvis.
Oh,
Jason knows the line I quoted that from, don't you? Can you guess the book? Okay.
No, I wouldn't try for that one.
I'll credit Douglas Adams for that one. I'm so cool I can keep the side of beef in there for a week. Okay, keep going.
Anyway, moving along.
I think that, I had a rumour that Al was going to drive slowly up and down Hindley Street in a Tirana, and that was part of the events for the evening or the night.
Oh, in a Tirana? Okay. Hindley Street? This is in Guja Street. We don't go down Hindley Street.
He's modified a car in keeping with the theme of purple with some sort of flashing iridescent light that, I don't know, either sterilises the ground or just does something interesting.
Is he going to be collecting karaoke people?
Could be. I'm just imagining him sitting on the roof playing the ukulele while he's driving.
Oh, you're funny. No, it's not in Hindley Street. It's just walking distance. It's not far from the convention centre, and yes, it's going to be. That's only one thing. There's plenty of things. Like, we've got some cool entertainment organised for the welcome reception. So that's Tuesday, and it's included with your registration. So if you want to come and register early, come to the convention centre from 5:30 to 7:30. We'll be having drinks and nibbles to start off the conference just in an informal way. But I've planned some interesting entertainment, and we'll leave it at that. It's going to be... I didn't expect it to go this way, as you always do when you plan things. You sort of expect it to go this way, and then it sort of goes that way. And anyway, it's going to be lots of fun. So Jason, get ready, because you'll be at the microphone.
Oh dear.
No, it's going to be fun. We've got to start with some fun.
When I was Q-Start president at our conference dinner, they brought out magicians and had us doing very interesting things.
Did you say naughty?
I was going to say naughty, but then I corrected myself.
They have different standards in Queensland. They probably made all the marking disappear or something.
Yeah, so the welcome reception's a great way to actually come and say hi. So we'll be there, and everyone will be there who's registering and coming in a little bit earlier. Some people's flights are getting in later, so we understand that, but it's a nice way to familiarise ourselves with the convention centre and over nice wine and nibbles and entertainment and meeting some of the faces that I'm sure you'll get to know over the 3 days that follow, 4 days. Yeah.
I've got a little video clip to share, but Amanda would like to introduce Lin.
Oh, Lin has joined us in a previous hangout, and she's just popped in to say hello from Taiwan. Do you want to say hello to the group?
Hello, everybody. So glad to join you. And yes, I keep receiving your notification of this very wonderful meetings every Monday, and I'm very interested in your topics, and I hope to learn something from you all. And thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you for joining us. Now, Lin, I must admit tonight's is a little more free-form and social, but I wonder if there are any ideas or things that you have been at conferences in your part of the world that have been a bit more fun and social. We're just talking about having karaoke and a welcome social kind of pre-conference type party, which we're having at ACEC2014, which is the Australian Computers in Education Conference. That's happening in Adelaide in a couple of weeks.
And turn on the camera here first.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's also evening here in Taiwan. It's 6:52 p.m. I just plug into this website. All right. Okay. So everyone can see me. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Karaoke is very, very popular in Taiwan and also in, I think, Chinese society. Yeah.
Oh, you picked a winner.
Very popular. Even in my classroom, I teach English songs to my students, and after I teach some English songs to them, about let's see, 2 weeks after, I will put them on the YouTube in the karaoke version of the song. Yeah, they're only lyrics and the music, and they them to sing out loud. And I use this Skype conferences to contact with other classes or teachers of other nations. When they come up to my class via Skype or Hangout, after we guess where they are from, usually we sing songs to them. So it is
That's so
very
awesome.
That is wonderful, Lynn.
It's a very fun in classroom, and my students love to do that as well. So perhaps in the quite near future, if you have time, I will introduce you to my students and let them to do some so-called mystery location calls. And when they figure out where you are from, they may sing some songs for you, such as Bruno Mars songs, or yeah, they love Bruno Mars a lot, and some other English songs which I have told them before.
That's excellent. So you get them to perform live or recorded in a language they're learning, a karaoke version of a song. What a fabulous context. Wow, real audience, real feedback.
It's a live show. they like to do live show for foreign teachers and classes. Sometimes they also do reader theaters to our guest teachers from overseas. Yeah, and I ask our teachers online to give them some suggestions. For example, they have to speak out loud a little bit and change a little bit the voice according to the characters, different roles. And I find this way is quite effective, I think, quite effective for them, because when I tell them to say, well, you have to speak up, you have to act like this character, okay, usually they don't listen to you because you're their native teacher. They don't feel like they have to do so. But when a foreign teacher, they mentioned such suggestions, they will follow the rules, and it works wonder usually.
That's fabulous. Hey, do you think some of your students would like to coach Jason so he can perform at our karaoke event?
Okay, great.
Now, I think Tina was going to tell us a little more about some of the other social things happening at ACEC.
Yeah, I was just trying to click on this link, but I won't now. Yes, so you know what? Everyone's been dying to think I will survive, but I think I'm going to beat them to it. It's like I survived. There's a random quote. Okay, so the welcome reception, that'll get everyone going. Now, of course, there's a conference dinner. That's on Thursday night, and there'll be some crowdsourcing of songs by DJ Remy, and that, like I said, social media is going to be inundated with the ACEC2014 social tag, and people can request the songs. He'll tap into it and he'll start making a song list for those people that are coming to the dinner. So I know it sounds lame, but really the day after the dinner, everyone's talking about the dinner, and those people that didn't go are sort of like, wow, that sounded like a really good night. Oh, we really missed out. It's true. It does happen because you're so pumped, and there's something about just having a relaxed atmosphere, and we're trying to have a really nice ambience in the actual, it's in the convention centre, so it does look very glamorous and very pretty, and we promise that we won't have any stuffy things. It'll be all just networking, fun, and I'm working on a little bit of blinging at the moment, so we're just getting a little group of people together because I need my help at this. And that went down really well in Perth, didn't it, Jason and Roland? And we managed to bling quite a few badges. And in the
You had a lot of blue. That was good.
We did have a lot of blue, and
You ran out of your orange early. That wasn't so good, but I'll forgive
we'll
you this
get
month.
more orange for you. I have got a shopping list this long just for you guys. But it's all those little things that get you talking to other people, and it can be daunting if you're the only one coming, and we're so pleased to see lots of people from around Australia coming, and of course our keynotes coming from in our international keynotes coming in from around the world as well, and also delegates too. So it's going to be quite a mixed group. So it's nice to have the dinner and then just to kick back and then have the last day.
For some people, this is going to be the first time that they've been to a national conference, and it is pretty daunting. What do you think that they could do to help blend in? The kind of ostentatious clothing or jewellery that they could wear that would help mark them as a complete noob for an ACCE conference?
I don't think you have to be a noob to wear clothing like that, really. It's going to be anything goes. We were hoping for wearable technologies and things like that. I know there's flashing T-shirts out there, and you can make little flashing badges and things, and we were trying to get a little competition thing happening. So it's one of those. Yeah, so the wearable technology stuff's cool, and there's lots of stuff at the $2 shop or the reject shop that just flash, like little flashy things. I don't know, maybe people can find the wackiest thing or the weirdest flashing something and bring it along, but it's a nice event, so I wanted it to be very elegant, but I understand that some people, it will be sort of at the conference the whole time and might not have time to go home. But basically, wear something that you're comfortable in, but it's nice if we bling it up a little bit. So anything flashing.
So evening wearable tech, so it's like classy.
Yeah. I was threatening them to wear tiaras, like the committee wear tiaras. It didn't go down that well, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we might have something at the actual dinner itself and at the conference. We're still working on parts of it, as in it's the volunteers more. So if anyone wants to volunteer, come and see me at the desk on Tuesday or Wednesday at the welcome reception. Find us and say hi. We're trying to make it as personal as possible for people, but we understand if it's your first conference. We'll be wearing our shirts, so come up to us and our lovely AOM people, our conference organisers too, and there'll be lots of people. We've got students that will be around, digital thought leaders. It's actually
missed some of them last week. They were going to be good.
You did. It's a great hangout last week, so it's a first. They're taking a leadership role, and they'll be right in the middle of it all. Yeah, it is. It's gearing up, isn't it?
It is. Hey, I've got something a little... Sorry, Jason.
Another thing is often states will organise communication amongst people coming from a particular state or particular state association. I know QSite sent out a few reminders to find out who's going along to the conference so that people can meet up and know who's going to be there. So if you're unsure about things, you might want to get in touch with your local state association, and they may also be able to provide some meetups and get-togethers during the conference.
And if there is a dinner competition, Queensland's going to smash it. Yeah.
And that just reminded me of the study tour. Oh, sorry, Roland.
Okay.
No, just if anyone has been on an ACCE study tour, we'd love to hear from you because we're organising a dinner on the Tuesday night after the welcome reception. Details are going to be posted soon. It's, again, pay as you go, whatever you decide to have, but there's going to be like something happening in the first hour that I can't mention at the moment, but those people that were on the study tours any year, we'd love to see you, and let's see if we can get the biggest get-together, because I know that quite a few people are coming from the 2012 study tour, and I know that some people from the 2013 are presenting. We've got people from 2008 and Jason from his year, so we hopefully we might have a nice number of people that have been on the study tours, which are a brilliant way of seeing things differently.
And
What
this
is that?
It was gifted to me by some of the ACEC2011 study tours. I went along to a game at Philadelphia, and this is some sort of filly. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the mold that grows on the Philadelphia cream cheese, or maybe it's actually a mascot for the Philadelphia baseball team. But it's really gorgeous. It's got a little.
It's so cute. You have to bring him or her.
I have got so many props. I'm sort of sitting in the middle of a craft cottage, and I can just reach out in every episode. I've got a new prop, and this is the one I can reach out and grab. It's an ACCE-related study tour prop, so it's gorgeous.
That's great.
I'll put him back with a kangaroo.
Bring him along. It'd be great.
Oh, I've got a class set of puppets I could bring. I've got something to share here, if you like. As Jason was talking about the Congo line of learning and heading that pack as we dance in our subject associations, I might turn back the clock. I haven't quite done this before. I'm going to play a video clip. Here we are. And this is from the ACEC 2004 conference, which was hosted by Adelaide. It's something I made for a group called VITA that I was a part of, and we had a trade show stand. I had a lot of fun making it. You'll catch a couple of glimpses. You'll catch a glimpse of a baby that I took on my knee, and you'll also catch a glimpse of Queensland QSite president, and actually the launch of the QSite group in their coloured Hawaiian t-shirt. So here we go. Give me a thumbs up if the audio works, by the way, Tina.
Okay.
No audio?
No audio.
That's it.
Down, 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 down from the moon. How did I tell you I went up, up in my silver balloon and came down, down, down.
It's Adelaide.
Yeah.
Well, we have Adelaide, we have Microarts, Fuji, Xerox, no VITA? Yes, VITA. Hello, VITA. The challenge is how to turn this into an interesting, exciting, and dynamic and interactive learning place for VITA. Well, here I am at the conference, and as you can see, they've got the cyber cafe terminals here, and we've got booths all stacked around. There are party balloons and obviously small hardware. And this is the registration desk here. There's some of our lovely registration people have been helping us out. Can you show us one of the conference bags here? And what they've done in South Australia for conference bags, it's very South Australian, is they've got a wine cooler bag. We've got incredibly experienced people, and here we have the Queensland representative cell. There we go. I mean, with all this talent around, we're feeling very small and mighty. But I'll take you across to the VITA stand. This is the VITA stand here, and you can see it's incredibly small with these wonderfully talented and skilled people. Very hard to concentrate on the work. We have a computer to the network with the VITA website. We've been beating the crowds away with sticks, and now they're staying away.
It's been good, yeah. Lots of interesting people. A lot of people interested in our products and what we do, which is good. We've handed out lots of pamphlets, lots of image bank order forms. Yeah, Dale Spencer's keynote this morning was very interesting.
If you have a look at the wonderful display here, this is the evidence of a frustrated primary school teacher, open lab, networking, CDs stuck on the walls, some missing from the walls. I'm glad we took the CDs out. And we have display stands. We have arrangements of CDs here. Lollies.
Always being an advocate for ICTs and a bit of a maverick that I am, I need to find different challenging ways to deliver curriculum engagement here. So,
That was the first wireless conference.
5, 4.
I think South Australia's built on nuts because everything I've had is nuts in it. There's been nuts in the chocolate, there's been nuts in the chicken dip that we started off with, and I'm surrounded by a table of nuts here at this convention. They're all Well, this is VITA in a shoebox. That's all, folks.
I came down, 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 down from the moon.
It's like I was there.
In my silver.
There we go. We didn't break any CDs in the making of that production. It was a bit of fun.
Oh, that brings back memories.
I was there, but I don't remember it like that at all.
No. I was there, definitely there. I needed roller skates.
I didn't join in the ACEC fun until the next one in 2006. So the Hawaiian shirts. But I do have an orange shirt with the fish on it that I can do a ceremonial handover to you of the 2006 shirt if you'd like, Roland, as it is both our favourite colours.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'll have to find a footy scarf for you that we used for the ACEC2010 conference.
Yay, prop sharing.
So, I guess the song tonight was to sort of lend our tune, and I don't want to go too long without everyone just waiting for us to break out the instruments. I did bring along my drumsticks here, and I did threaten that I was going to sing a song in Klingon, but I've got other ways. Go
on, do it.
Well, I was actually going to surprise you guys because Klingon's not the only language that I know. It's
what
one
else
of them.
Do you know?
English, Dutch,
Chinese.
My first language is Dutch, so I'm actually going to sing a Dutch song, and I hope my mother never listens to this because she'll just choke up at the way I'm going to mispronounce some of these words. So if anyone's listening, by the way, this is a colloquial dialect that very few people speak in the corner of Holland, but I think I'll try and get away with that. So here we go. The song is about 7 frogs who are dying, but it's made a good Dutch song. Okay. Zaten 7 kikkertjes al in de boerensloot. Die sloot die has bewaard, de sloot die was bevoren. De kikkertjes waren half dood. Die kekten niet, die kwakten niet van honger en van verdriet. Zaten 7 kikkertjes al in de boerensloot.
I assume that was good.
You found it in tune. Well done.
So what happened to these frogs? Is it a sad story?
Well, they didn't make any noise, and I think they died of hunger in a farmer's ditch. It was completely frozen over, and that's the kind of thing I suppose kids sing about in Holland. It's rather ghoulish when you think about it, but it made sense when you were a kid.
Not quite a rainbow connection then.
No, not quite. No. Now, you brought along a ukulele. Do you want to strum a few chords in that, Amanda?
I can't because I've only got one hand, so all I can do is this. So that isn't going to be any good. So I won't be able to play it. Apologies.
Could almost play deep.
Maybe I can save a musical performance for ACEC sometime.
You can sing a bit of Let It Go, can't you?
I could, but I already watched Frozen and sang it today, so.
So we can hear it though.
I was hoping for a harp rendition.
I broke a string on my harp, and you need 2 hands to play the harp. Sorry. It's my slacker response.
How big is your harp?
It's about shoulder height and 3 of me wide.
Wow.
I don't know.
My gosh.
It
That's
has specific measurements. It will fit in my Volkswagen Beetle if it doesn't have a car seat in it and all the chairs are folded down except for the drivers.
I love harp. That's lovely. I didn't know that you could play the harp.
I have a harp. I was learning at some point. The can play the harp is dubious.
Oh, that's funny. You underestimate yourself, I think.
Oh.
Years and years ago, I learnt music with my father, and he was really quite a talented chap. I didn't do justice for all of those lessons. I learnt on the clarinet. The kind of music he used to play was a little bit like this. This is Alta Camarada. It's one of the songs that we played at the Dutch Festival. Anyway, enough of my father. I'm beginning to wonder, Amanda, if we could actually would actually go along with your harp?
Interesting combination.
It is. Lin, do you have an instrument that could play along with our growing musical quartet here?
Well, I can only play the recorder, but I don't have any recorder at the moment, so I don't know what to do. Maybe I will give you a lot of applause. I think.
Sounds good.
That's what I can do now. Or just sing a easy one in Mandarin or in English. You can choose.
Well, Roland sang in Dutch, so how about you can sing in Mandarin?
Oh, that's great. Let's see. Okay, there's a welcome song when we have a party before a conference or a party to welcome some guests. Yeah, going to our party. Okay. 真正高兴能见到你，满心欢喜地欢迎你，欢迎，欢迎，我们欢迎你。Well, it means welcome you to join us, and we welcome you a lot and hope you can come openly. Yeah, that's it. Very simple one.
Excellent.
That's
Well done.
谢谢，谢谢。
不客气，谢谢。
That's wonderful. I've been learning a little bit of Chinese. 一杯chai ma?
一杯茶。
一百块.
Oh, good. 100块.
That's usually when someone's taken my sandwiches, so I can ask for them back again. Gary, I've just noticed you've joined us. Do you want to introduce yourself? I think he's lurking in the background, but that's okay.
Hi, Gary Baxter. I've been listening on through YouTube since the start, and then we just on the Hangout through the browser.
Champion, mate. Glad you could join us. That's right. We're joining the Congo line of learning here by adding our chords and choruses of music. Do you think there's some scope towards a makey culture for music generation with instrument production by IT teachers?
Unlikely.
We're trying to form a Congo line.
Capability and creativity aren't usually linked together.
Gary's involved with a group called Magnet, which is one of the groups that's championing STEM education in Victoria. And that's something I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of at these kind of conferences. Students actually playing a bigger part in negotiating curriculum and building and doing their own stuff. You know, do you think that with the unconference type environment that we're setting up at a conference here, that we'll get the formula to a point that teachers will have a really deep engagement with a conference beyond just sitting through presentations, that they consider themselves as active participants working with an unconference type format?
I think it all depends upon their initial expectations. If you come to a conference expecting to be an active participant, that's different than if you come to one expecting to have everything done for you.
What was lovely for me was meeting an educator in Melbourne, Tina, who's coming for the conference, not for the sessions. I mean, there will be, I suppose, tending into keynotes, but she was really keen on the networking, on that whole human aspect, being able to contribute, create, build, and she's one of the organisers for the Meeting of the Minds conference. It's a big unconference that's being organised in Melbourne, I think in one of the rural cities in about 6-8 weeks' time.
That sounds great, and we're trying. Obviously, Al's been working very hard with the meetup space, and as you know, we've also got the students in there, and there's going to be a hub of activity with all the trade happening there as well, but we're aiming for a nice relaxed atmosphere as well as a joining in atmosphere of people presenting, taking some time out of the busyness of the day as well, so the program's up and running and people can start sort of putting together what they might want to go and see. But I can't wait to go and meet the students and see what they're doing, because if you've noticed in the program, there's also a chat with the keynotes which the students will be leading, and that'll be the keynotes have been fantastic. Alec and Kathy have been really excited about this aspect of the conference and the fact that the students will be taking a lead role. So there'll be lots of chances to get up close and personal with our presenters as well, and obviously our delegates too. But yeah, the unconference part of it, or the meetup part of our conference, will be welcoming. And really, even at some of the bigger conferences that I've been to around the world, especially ISTE this year, I spent quite a bit of time in the Bloggers Cafe, even though I wasn't blogging, it was all just catching up with people that I've met online, and it was actually, I got a lot out of that, as well as the sessions.
I think that I should explain a bit about where I got my show title tonight. Tonight's show has got the rather creative title, Share Your Tune. And I picked up on a thread from the Dead Poets Society. As we know, Robin Williams passed away recently, and it was one of my favourite films with John Keating, who became the school teacher in a boys' school, a poet, and building a sense of passion with these boys, thinking about their place in the human race and sustaining a love of life and poetry. And he posed a question that really resonated with me, and it's nice that a company like Apple's actually picked it up for part of their marketing. And he made the comment that you were here, that life exists and identify, and the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? And I like it because it resonates a chord in me with teachers, part of a much larger musical journey, filled with all the foolish things we do and all the wonderful things that we do, and that's really special. And I think conferences like this, Tina, that have a chance to hear these verses that together form a symphony of ideas, and that's really special. I'm looking forward to being as much a participant and a creator as I am perhaps just a passive listener.
Yeah, as I said, like we all bring something to the table. Like even coming to the conference, you're bringing something with you, and that's why with all these networking opportunities, we're hoping to somehow capture some of this. And there's also the keynotes breakfast. People can still register for that, and that's going to be a great catch-up where we're planning something special with the groups of people that are there, and the keynotes are going to be there up close and personal, and people will be able to interact with them. And not only that, we interact with each other, and we are actually going to take away from the breakfast and then continue on conversations from that. So I just love the fact that we all contribute. And I love the what will your verse be. So I don't know, maybe we should do some collective something, I don't know, sharing ideas, or there's lots of things that we can use. Padlet's a great program, and of course Twitter will be up and running, and connecting that way will be great. We've got our Facebook page, so this is a really good chance to, apart from the face-to-face, to include other people who may not be able to be at the conference, and get the sharing going.
Gary just mentioned iBeacon. I think that's something that uses the latest TI haptic sensors. Are you familiar with that, Jason?
Yes, it's a new Apple product. It's basically like an RFID chip that you can place around and have your device interact with a location-based trigger.
Wow, that sounds really good. Maybe there's some opportunities for us to begin to explore that kind of interactivity with devices and with each other and with things. Beyond just perhaps just tweeting messages. Maybe there's a whole new dimension in interaction that we haven't explored yet. And perhaps not even Apple. I think Gary's made the comment that other groups can do this too.
They can. The iBeacon is just the Apple proprietary one.
And Gary's made the note here that also works a little with Android, waiting on the Android lollipop. I'm excited by this stuff, and I'm curious to see how the conference is going to define itself. Way back at the conference in 2004, Amanda, we were just publishing a web page and blogging. Then come Canberra, they were starting to tweet. Then it really kicked over with, I think, the Queensland conference and the Melbourne conference again. I'm really curious to see how it might pull into a different dimension with some of the wearable technology and interactive devices. I suppose we'll have drones flying over our heads soon.
That can be arranged, I'm sure. I'm interested in getting a whole new data set for our next refereed paper, Roland. Plug for our session on how the use of Twitter has evolved over the last few conferences.
I'll have to look at some different survey tools. Maybe Dr. Zagami can give us some research pointers here on how we can find some guinea pigs and how we can take some ethical body samples to use for our research study.
Sounds dubious.
Do an ethnography on yourselves.
Hey, Amanda, we've got to collaborate on our document, which means I've got to get that going. And it's nice being able to use tools like the Google Presenter. We can actually share some of the notes. And we should remind listeners that I'm in one side of Australia, you're on the other side, and we've been doing this all just by collaborating with all these online tools and co-writing the paper, submitting it, and then occasionally catching up and meeting face-to-face.
That's correct. And meeting up is very important, isn't it? Hey, I'm wondering, Tina and Roland, and Al, of course, as well, you know of this secret I'm plotting for a recording song / thingy, parody, that's the word I'm looking for. Would you like me to play the recording and the first verse and first chorus? Is that appropriate? I'll have to get my audio settings configured to play through my speakers. One moment. I'm very nervous.
This is a little teaser, right? Don't be nervous. We're all amongst friends.
Friends and recorded to the internet. Okay, so this is a song that has been played a lot in my house recently. Let me know.
And my classroom.
I can't even hear it. Let me save those settings.
Is Google going to block it?
Ooh.
Oh, why?
Is it copyright?
Parody is good.
Oh, give me the first
ready?
4 seconds. First 4 seconds.
4 seconds? Oh. Hang on.
You can...
Then in
let's take the risk.
Because we get pinged if we run copyright material, but only for the first 4 seconds of the sound grab, and then you can pause.
We can edit it, and hopefully my singing is nothing like them.
Glows bright on my laptop tonight, working mails to my phone. A classroom of isolation often feels like ideas are growing like this boundless hope inside. Couldn't keep them in, heaven knows I've tried.
We might need some bouncing lyrics, I think, or one of those balls that goes bouncing along on the bottom. You reckon that would work?
Yeah, that would work.
Instagram yourself, conform, don't risk, don't let them show. Meet up, don't hold them back anymore. Meet up, this is what networks are for. I do care what you're going to say. Let the questions read your own. Change never
like
all
a
you-
part of it. Pain.
Yeah.
You need to perform that on stage. We have to find the moment for you.
This is why I need to make myself a sparkly Elsa dress. It's
Oh, are you dressing up?
I love the
No,
lyrics.
to the dinner. We'll let you get on the stage up there.
okay.
DJ's lovely. He'll give you the microphone and everything.
Excellent.
And everyone can sing along. We can have some lyrics and people can actually sing with you.
Roland can come as a snowman.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and we can build a snowman.
I'll wear my ski patroller's uniform.
Is it orange?
No, it's blue.
That's okay. Amanda will be happy. That was great, Amanda. You should take up writing songs.
Oh, thanks. Or parodies.
Well, parodies, yes. But
Yeah.
still, it takes talent to fit in tricky words like that to fit the bill.
Oh my goodness, that song is crazy difficult to sing. Who would choose
Yes.
that? I mean, oh.
I knew you. You
That's
have to do it for karaoke. We'll book that in for you, okay?
Okay, done.
Now, Jason, we need to book you a spot as well. I know you've made some remarks about Congo lines and stuff, but is there something that you'd like to share with the group that would, or perhaps is it more the performing arts?
Interpretive dance.
Unfortunately, my only musical claim to fame was the Mendoza. I was brought in as an emergency replacement to play in a Irish band on St. Patrick's Day once.
Oh,
and they gave me this stick full of bottle caps, and I performed my utmost, but I wasn't quite up to the Irish band standard, I'm afraid. That traumatized me for life.
No, you were stood up by the band.
You could probably collect all of the components to make that musical instrument.
Though I think I don't know if wine corks would rattle quite the way that they should.
Might have beer.
I reckon, Jason, that you could probably try to do an interpretive dance to help us on our journey with the new digital technologies curriculum. Do you think there's some scope towards that?
That was a very appropriate beep. In terms of the slowness of the dance, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, constructionism and algorithm. We've been begging, the internet community is begging for an interpretive dance to explain the concept of an algorithm. We could work on this in Adelaide and present this to the group.
Well, I'm all for cross-curricular engagement with the arts and with technology. I'm not sure I would do them justice. Happy to program the robots.
Fine.
Oh, come on. We'll be
Everyone
fine.
can sing, you know that. Everyone can sing.
Don't let
And
the
for
autonomous
dance,
technologies
all you
deal with
need are props. Do, 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 do.
There's another random quote.
It's been lovely talking tonight, and it's been nice having a bit of a free-form microphone. It's been good to have old friends like Al and the others, and Gary dropping in, and Lin Lin. Wonderful to have you join us all the way from Taiwan.
You're welcome, and thank you for your invitation.
And I'm just aware of the time tonight, so I thought I might start the wrap, Amanda, if that's all right. And we normally do that from left to right. Al, if you want to say a cheerio and a thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone. It was really good. It's going to be great at the conference. I'm looking forward to it a lot, and we'll meet up. I can't sing it. Thank you.
We will meet up.
Well done.
Thanks, Al. Champion. And Gary.
I won't be at the conference, but I'll catch up online. Good to listen in tonight. Thanks for your time.
You're a great online contributor, mate. Really appreciate you can help hold up the show from the back channels. Jason.
Well, I was just reflecting on the deep and meaningful you were getting into with Robin Williams and Dead Poets, and just that conferences are much more than the single event. They do create a thread throughout your life, and all the various conferences that we've been through over the years, they do make up our impression of ICT and teacher education and the way computers have gone through schools in Australia, and these conferences have made a great touchstone of the major events as they occur. So looking back on conferences is a great way of exploring your own and reflecting upon your own engagement with computers and schools, but also then into the future as these conferences will continue, with the Adelaide conference playing its part, as I'm sure it will.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I did kind of spoil my sign off of letting all those cats out of the one bag. And Lin.
Hi. And I found this group is marvelous because you're holding conferences about ICT's usage in the classroom in education field. And I usually receive your invitation of joining. And sometimes I don't quite understand the contents of the conference, but this time, little by little, I feel that I can get involved into such kind of conference and learn something very important things from you. And thanks a lot.
Thank you, Lynn. It's great to have you. And you know what? I know you through Michael, who I met at the last ACEC conference, and he shared a lot of what he did with the global classroom project there. So I know you because of an ACEC conference, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and thank you. It's my pleasure to be here with you all.
谢谢 Lin. And 再见.
再见. Bye bye. See you soon.
And Tina.
Well, I just like to say that it's not long now, and it almost feels like we've been giving birth to a little elephant. It's been going on for nearly 2 years, and now we've only got a couple of weeks left. I know it's just my way of sort of it. As you know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to host a conference such as ACEC, and it's been an amazing experience, and that's why we're building in the networking along with the sessions and the meetup and the expo and everything else that goes with the conference and the back channel and social media. We're hoping to cover all bases. The students being part of it as well, the inclusion of students, which I'm really looking forward to. And just the networking, nothing beats face-to-face. I know it's a luxury because not everyone can make it all the time. However, when we do make it, it's like Jason said, I have a lot of very fond memories and quite unforgettable learning experiences and connections from conferences. I've been to the last, I don't know how many ACECs, and there's something about it. And so for those people coming for the first time, we hope that they connect with us, and we'll make sure that we try and be there for them and help them through. And it is a really great experience. And just one more thing on music, I was just part of my class was part of the Global Peace Project with some teachers around the world, 17 countries, 33 schools, for International Peace Day, which is on Sunday, and that was an amazing experience. So I'll be sharing our video, and that's part of my presentation. I'll be talking about the global connections because that has just been fascinating for me. And through music just speaks to the soul. The kids love it. They've learnt so much just through the connections and seeing the video. They think they're YouTube stars. It's hilarious, but that's fine. Everyone can just live in their own little dream. But the powerful learning that has happened, they don't realise it. So the parents will be coming on board with all of that. They've been very supportive. And so just those little things, and it just gives them that deeper understanding of what peace is and where we fit in with all of that as well. So it's all about connections and keeping it personal.
Awesome.
That's wonderful. I've had a real buzz tonight, Amanda. It's a very different sort of hangout for us, isn't it, from our usual formula. We haven't scripted as much tonight, most of it, but not all of it.
It's more like the secret post-hangout conversation.
It is, yeah, which often the hangout after parties, if anyone doesn't know, is actually often better than the real event, and we've got people knocking the doors down to come and join us. I've had a ball. I'm looking over. I've got relatives in Adelaide as well. Looking forward to catching up with them, Tina. It's been really special for me too. And you've invited Amanda and I to be a part of the conference.
Definitely.
It's been great to talk about it for 2 years in the lead up, and it rocks. I guess I spoiled some of the things, Jason, from what I said earlier, but again, that really struck a chord with me, that quote about Rablin Williams from Dead Poets Society about the play that goes on and what our verse will be. And I can think about what my tune will be, and I'll be singing the praises of all the wonderful people that helped make me a great educator in the classroom. Thanks, everybody. It's been wonderful to be here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you all. And see you in Adelaide.
See you there. And just to say, I probably won't say anything profound. I'll say that for the performances live at ACEC. No, just kidding. It's been really fun to catch up this evening and have a little bit more fun than we usually would. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to catching up with face-to-face again with so many people from my professional learning network and extend that even further. I'm sure all my Twitter followers will look forward to being spammed a lot with all of the tweets that will be coming out with ACEC2014 as the hashtag. So stay tuned. A lot of our ACCELN stuff, if we decide to spontaneously broadcast or whatever, we'll probably just be doing through that hashtag as well. So if you haven't bookmarked it ready or saved it in your Twitter search, do so. It's going to be awesome. So our next broadcast will probably be live from the conference, and stay tuned for more information on that as we catch up with all the exciting personalities and people and events that will be happening there. And remember, if you want to join our panel specifically or meet us in real life, please let us know, and you can view all of our past recording hangouts if they haven't been taken out of YouTube due to sound recordings and singing performances at acceln.wikispaces.com. We look forward to seeing you online and possibly for some of you in real life very soon.
You're right, and I look forward to seeing you all too. And I'll close on a song by my father who isn't copyright. And wish you all a wonderful travel. Sounds like I'm rolling down the road through Heimdorf.
Yep.
Thanks for all at Adelaide, ACEC2014. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Good night.
Hey, Kev.